Hi everybody, my name is Maxim and I'm the developer behind Woven. This is our third video in the series. It's all about how to set your price. So when you log into Woven, you can go to the offers section. Every subscription has this view of offers, aluminum, titanium, and Inconel. You can break down by any type of GPU, any number in the chassis, as well as any verification state. It shows you the price levels like 90th, median, 10th, the percentiles for rented and vacant, utilization for 4x4090s and all 4090s of this state, as well as the historical utilization for the past period that you select. So over the past 6 hours, 4x4090s have had 34% and 4090s as a whole has had 52.9%. And this is the vacancy. Anyways, what you want to do when you want to find a price to set is you want to know how they're distributed, more what the levels are. Because look, here 4x, it says that the 90th percentile are at 55 cents. Yeah, but 9 of the offers, so the second highest number of offers are at 55 cents. Most of them are at 45, but then most of them second, or this next level down, are at 55, then 40. So these are a little bit misleading. It gets even worse 8x. 8x, though it says 90th is 85, you have most of the offers concentrated at 85, next at 75. So it's really important for us to see these price concentrations. Now, once you know what the price levels are, but more importantly, the concentrations of prices, we should probably see what rigs like this are making and what their historical utilizations are, and the best ones. So first of all, there is no number one best price to get the highest utilization. Your price needs to be adjusted in line with market to get the best possible auto sort position based on your score in the default view of the UI. So when someone logs in and want to rent a rig, you're always at the top of that list. They don't have to scroll. We have found that to be the best way to get the highest utilization. So you obviously want to compare against yourself to other rigs that have similar specs like yours. You can do that by looking here or by looking at the rigs that have the highest Vast score. Your Vast score is what dictates where you are in auto sort, and you're not shown that in the Vast UI, but more on that later. So let's say we wanted to see how machine 8036, who's got a really high score and is rented at 40 cents and a 99% reliability, let's see how, and let's take 6669, 8036 and 6669, and let's see how they've been performing. So let's take 8036, let's add it, and you'll see that we get its configuration, we get its average price over the past 6 hours, and we get its utilization over the past 6 hours, and we can compare that against market. So against all machines that are 4x4090 and all offers that are 4x4090. Now, past 6 hours isn't a good test. We'll do the past 30 days, but we'll pull that down in a second. So the second machine was 6669. Let's add that. And now you'll see the dashboard update as well. Let's pop this down to 30 days. We have about 7 months of data. So this will just take a second because it has to calculate from a good amount of data what this specific configuration is for machines and offers. But let's see, this machine over the past 30 days has averaged about 40 cents at 54% utilization. So it's about on par with machines like it, but it's beating offers, 4x offers. Remember, 8x machines can have 4x offers. So that's why offer utilization is a little bit lower there, and it's beating the offer market. 6669, on the other hand, has a much higher utilization at the same price. And they are beating machines and greatly beating offer market. Now, let's look historically. What you have here as well for each of these machines is a comparison against all like machines. So within 10% of CPU cores, RAM, disk space, disk bandwidth, iNet up and iNet down, it shows what market 10th, 50th, and 90th prices for those configurations within 10% of this rig. And then we give you 5 price levels. So we basically analyze this rig against all the ones like it, and these are the different prices that we suggest that correspond to what other people are paying. It's not what we suggest. This is the range of prices that people are paying for rigs like this right now in market. Now, historically, we can see what those price levels are as well. And you see how much they fluctuate. Things aren't that steady for rigs that are just like yours. For the entire market, it can be. But there's so much variation within that market that you need to get a level of breakdown like this. So you see that the green line is their price. So their prices could actually be increased to stay within mid-tier of market to potentially have the same level of utilization, and they're much lower. You can also see all their offers, and you can see that they've had great reliability. You don't see one drop in their reliability. That's orange. And you see the breaks in their utilization. You can also see all of their vast JSONs historically and their bandwidth and storage and performance over time. And the same thing for that other rig. Now, what you have now is the recommended prices. Now, why do we have 5 levels recommended prices? So what we basically do for you is if you have a rig, you don't really have to go compare against other like rigs. You just put your machine ID here and we do the comparison for you and comparison against market to any point in time that you've been around, as long as it's been since we've been around, which is since July of 2023. So why do we have 5 price levels? All right, now let's talk about Vast autosort. So your Vast autosort position, so let's go 4x 4090 verified on planet Earth. So these machines here are all listed by their score. That score you can actually see in offers. We'll go back to that in a second. But that's how they're listed. Your score is a combination of your DL perf, your deep learning performance, your reliability, and your price. In that, and in reverse order of influence. So your price has the biggest impact on score. You can change your price 1 cent and you'll move up 3 spots in autosort. Reliability. The difference between 99.8 and 99.9 or 98.9, sorry, 99.89 and 99.9 is massive in how much that multiplier affects your score. So even if you don't change your price, even if you don't change your machine spec, you will constantly have an increase in your score if your reliability doesn't, if you don't take a performance hit, because your reliability is always increasing, okay? So we can't change our deep learning performance score because we're not really going to modify our hardware spec too much. We can't really change our reliability much to impact our auto sort position because that's only impacted if it increases slowly or decreases because of a hit. What we can increase our auto sort position is by price. So how much should we set our price for? Well, you should be setting your price as low as you need to get up into the top 10 of auto sort. And then once you're in the top 5 of auto sort, you want to make sure that you're not pricing yourself too high to be in that spot.